Darren, in preparation for the Chargers, obviously they have Bryce Callahan, they have Asante Samuel Jr. on the outside, and they also have Derwin James over the top. Can you briefly describe what they bring to the table when evaluating the game film?
Versatility. Bryce Callahan can play nickel and outside. They have fronts where Derwin James is at the nickel. Asante Samuel has all the ability that nickel could ask for, so they can mix those guys up and play different types of personnel groups against us when we switch it up. So they have a lot of versatility in secondary, big playability. Those guys present a challenge.
You were with the Titans, you were with some of these other teams, but what separates this coaching staff, especially aside from the coaching staff, but the GM, like Dave Ziegler? I feel like this guy's a freaking beast.
Zeke's great, man. Zeke's been, on top of it, and he's a big players guy. So he's been taking care of us, and same as Coach McDaniels, they're, all about the guys. So other places I've been, they've all been good to me. So
right.
Nothing on them, but being here, it just feels special. We feel like we got something special going on. So, just excited to be here.
It's funny you say that, because I was talking to some of the Hall of Famers when they were here during the Patriots game, and I said there's a certain mystique. I'm coming from the San Francisco 49ers, and nothing against them. I mean, everybody has their own special vibe to them.
Yeah.
Here, it just seems like there's just an it factor that I don't know what that it factor is, so I can definitely relate. So I think we can kind of relate in terms of we don't know what that is, but it's something about it.
It's the group of guys. I think it's the group of guys they were able to get here, and the leaders that we have. We bond very well. So
brought in, I think, they've talked about their revamped defense, and so they brought in some new guys, and so I don't. We'll see, right? It doesn't matter who has the advantage. Both sides have to go out and make plays. That's what's going to win the game, and so that's what's important.
Hunter, can you talk about Bryce Callahan? He's a guy who came obviously from Denver, now with the Los Angeles Chargers, and Asante Samuel's now moving to boundary cornerback.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the musical chairs there and what they bring to the table, and how much of not a mismatch obviously, but how much of a problem they can pose when evaluating the game film?
They're two really good players. Now I've played Bryce Callahan. He was in Denver. Played him a few times there, and he's just really good, and going to have to play well to have a chance. And so same thing with Asante. He's in his second year, and so going to have to play well against him as well.
All right, thank you so much. Talk about special teams and especially the nickel role. Coming out of Louisiana Tech, we talked. And so one thing that I liked about you is you're able to stay square at the line of scrimmage. You're very fundamentally sound. So with this coaching staff, there's really no drop-off in terms of learning technique.
No, definitely not. I kind of learned that technique, later on in college, dealing with Coach Jeff Burris, and Ash and Simo kind of established the same thing, so it's kind of familiar with me. I was kind of familiar with it, so that's how I'm able to, that's how I'm able to just get better each and every day with the technique and try to stay consistent. Speaking
of technique, aside from coverage, people underestimate the tackling portion of it. You're a good shoulder leverage tackling cornerback. Where did you learn that? Was it from high school? From your high school coaches that taught you how to take proper angles? Because it seems like you have that down to a T, attacking the proper ball carrier with the proper angle, not allowing the cutback. It's through the thighs, right? So all these squeezing, right? So I see these things in your game, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dang, man, this guy is going to be one hell of an extra box run defender, because at the end of the day, you can do it all. Where do you get that fundamental technique in the tackling aspect? I
honestly think, college really, in high school, I wasn't scared to tackle, but I think I wasn't a good tackler. When I made it to college, my dad, my college coach was like, if you want to make it to the league, you got to be a fundamental, you got to be able to tackle.
Yeah.
And he tell me you don't tackle with your mind or whatever, you tackle with your eyes. So I feel like by me having big eyes, I feel like it's a gift. So I just try to make sure I keep my eyes in the right spot. And if I keep my eyes, I'm not a person that's not scared to tackle. I want to tackle. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as long as I have good eyes, I'll be able to make those tackles every time. So I kind of take tackling serious.
All right, thank you so much.